The OG bald-headed music nerd himself, Anthony Fantano, just gave his latest rare and coveted perfect 10 out of 10 score. With this landmark moment set in stone, I thought it would be fun to go and rank the albums he's given a 10 to, worst to best. At the bottom number 9 spot, I gotta give it to one that's still good, but I'm not that big of a fan of, and that's The Turning Wheel by Spelling. This is an art pop record that really feels like it is what the genre stands for, and it has a lot of pretty, magical whimsy all throughout, but despite having some breathtaking moments, the whole thing hasn't ever really left a huge impression on me. Next would have to go to You Won't Get What You Want by Daughters, which I've always felt like I should enjoy more since I'm really into dark, anxious, disturbing types of music. I can't really put it on one specific thing about the album, maybe the production style, maybe the vocals, but this one also just hasn't ever really left a big impression on me. The next I'd give it to is Kanye and Kid Cudi's Kids See Ghosts. I've loved and replayed this one a lot throughout the years, but I've also loved and replayed a lot of pop rap albums. Don't really see what makes this one better than many others. Next up would have to go to the most recent album to receive a 10, and that's Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clipse. I wrote a very long review on Album of the Year, but essentially I think this album has astronomically high highs, but also some moments that I don't care for all that much, so it does score a lot lower than a 10 for me personally, but it's still excellent and I see the vision. Next would have to go to Sinner Get Ready by Lingua Ignota, because now this is what I'm talking about with dark, anxious, scary sounding music. It would be pretty difficult to break down any sort of meaningful analysis on this one in a short amount of time, but let this list of genre tags alone tell you just how much of a unique experience this album is. Next is one that's also hard to describe in a limited time frame, To Be Kind by Swans, and the only reason it's not higher is because I sort of look at this run of albums from Swans as one big, dramatically long album, and that album as a whole piece is a 10 out of 10, but the middle part of it might potentially be my least favorite. Following that is Brat, and I love Brat, but what more can be said about it that hasn't been said a million times? And following that, in second place, is To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. In concept, in cultural impact, in rapping ability, in production, and in general grandiosity, this is easily one of the best hip-hop albums of all time, so much so that I think that probably should have been the number one pick, but instead, for me personally, that's gotta go to the first 10 he ever gave, The Money Store by Death Grips. Death Grips are my favorite band, and experimental hip-hop is one of my favorite genres ever, so it's pretty clear why this would top the list for me. I think this is one of the best produced and best performed experimental hip-hop records ever. It's truly not like anything else I've ever heard to this day. So this is what my lists and rankings look like. I would love to hear your list in the comment section. Let me know what yours is over there, and remember to like and follow for more music-related content.